Welcome to CutNoCorners. I'm Corbin.
And I'm Joe, and today we're back in What Would You Pay? We're going to be reviewing the Dark Pictures anthology, Man of Medan, today.
Man of Medan!
If this is your first time joining us in this series, we're going to give you some pros and cons of what we had the game, and then we're going to let you know how much we would pay for the game personally.
So, what is the actual listed price when this thing was retail?
So at launch, you could buy this game for $29.99. Man of Medan, if you're unfamiliar,
Alright.
is this game was it's an interactive drama survival horror video game developed by Supermassive Games and published by Bandai Namco. Supermassive Games,
The makers of Until Dawn.
Supermassive Games are the makers of Until Dawn. This is very similar. It's the butterfly effect. There's 14 endings.
There's a few less characters in Until Dawn, though.
There's 5 here. I don't remember how many.
2 couples and the captain. There's 5.
6 in Until Dawn.
Regardless, it's a smaller game than Until Dawn. The whole thing can be played in one sit down fairly easily. I mean, if you got to spare, 4 hours maybe?
To describe the game, you're a crew of 5 people who are out doing some deep sea diving.
Scuba diving!
Some shipwrecks, some scuba diving, and some pirates take over, and then some jump scares occur. I think that's enough.
Yes, but the jump scares are not from Mr. Pirates. There's a mysterious, spooky, possibly paranormal World War II ship that interrupts the gang's shenanigans, and it's where the majority of the game takes place, or at least 70% of the game.
Yeah, so that's a pretty quick overview of the game. What were your pros for this game?
Pros, this was something that I enjoyed from both this and Until Dawn's kind of formula, is the whole high risk, high stakes, not knowing if you're going to accidentally get somebody killed.
Any decision can kill someone.
Yeah, if you miss a QTE, you're each and every single one, you're pretty sure you just got them killed, even if they live. You're like, oh my god, they're alive. Thank you. It's
if you watch the playthrough that we do on the channel, plug, then you'll see us probably say that statement of, I totally got her killed, about 17 times an episode.
Yeah, I do like that feeling that it gives. And just like in Until Dawn, they do a well enough job at actually distinguishing their characters. Each and every one of them does have their own personality. In fact, when they introduce each of them, they even put up their general characteristics. They separate them all enough where they have their own personalities, and I liked that. What about you?
Yeah, I really like this game because it offers, unlike Until Dawn, it offers a co-op opportunity. So there's 2 types of co-op that you have here. You can play this game wholly single player. You can play it wholly single player, or there's 2 ways to co-op this game. You can do shared story, which is over the interwebs. You and another person.
Which is how we played.
Who have the game. Yep, that's how we played. If you watch our playthrough, plug. And then there's a couch co-op mode where you can have up to 5 people come to your house and all play on the same PlayStation.
That has got to be a weird way to play this game. I don't even know what to picture for that.
Yeah.
Having played it, and you can see it on our channel.
Plug.
Are you just passing controllers around the room, one at a time? Because there's several events where things happen simultaneously between characters, and you have to, if it's a group party, and you're, passing controllers, frantically, I could see that being pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
Oh my god! They're gonna die!
Yeah, we haven't been able to play that right now. COVID.
And we're 10 hours apart driving-wise.
Details, minor details. But yeah, those modes are very fun that weren't in Until Dawn. The co-op ability, I just made up a word.
That's a pro.
Is a definite pro.
What about some cons?
For me, the biggest con is the fixed camera. Yes. It was so freaking annoying. They're fixed cameras. You don't have control of the camera ever? Do you ever have control of the camera? I don't think so. Maybe.
Very, very softly.
And some of the transitions between the cameras are so harsh. You go from
janky
left to right to, if it was spatially left to right, to front to back. immediately, and you're holding the joystick left, and then you switch, and then the joystick
Yeah, like if you
direction is a completely different direction, so you're like back out of the room you just entered, and then it switches back to the old camera angle, and you're
exactly,
like, God, it's so... That was very annoying, and you'll see that a little bit in our playthrough, where we have those moments where we're like, ah!
Yeah, we're like blocking each other in a door, and it's not on purpose, I swear! Because we just get stuck from the actual camera angles messing up with our joystick momentum. Yeah, con-wise, I was going to use that too, was the camera angles. Until Dawn did the same thing, where they get kind of creative and artsy with like... I know why they did it, because it's supposed to be like a horror movie genre where... like, ooh, is this camera angle, are these the eyes of somebody watching your character through the bushes? They're trying to create that sense of mystery and also unease. I think that's part of it, and I think it's deliberate. Doesn't mean that I necessarily like it.
Yeah, I mean, it gives you those feelings that I don't control this camera, so I'm totally going to run into a jump scare in like 2 seconds.
And you're not going to have that much control over yourself to get out of it. So, a pro and a con for me. I'm going to combine them real quick. The graphics, just like Until Dawn, the character models are very impressive if they're not moving. Once they're actually like moving and the facial muscles and like they're moving around doing mannerisms, you kind of get a little bit distracted with sometimes they're like wonky, like whether it's their teeth or their weird reflections. Yeah, the glistening in the eyes kind of is a little overdone when it's supposed to be in shadow. You can still see like these bright, shiny,
like a cat,
wet eyeballs. So there was like a couple of hiccups graphically speaking, but in general, it's very, very nice to look at.
Yeah, I agree. Moving into how much we would pay personally for this game, I would go, like we stated at the beginning, it was $29.99 retail. The story isn't that long. Again, we said 4 to 6 hours. $29.99. I would probably prefer to pay $19.99 if I had to choose a price that I would be like, that seems like a good value for me, just based on the wonkiness of the camera and the length of the story. But I don't have any heartache paying $29.99 either. I could be swayed.
Yeah, I mean, when most games are priced double that, and a lot of games are kind of the same length sometimes. It's like you'll have lots of games out there with really short stories, and still they charge you, $60. At $30, yeah, like you said, like I'm not crying over it, but I also would prefer to pay less just because I know how short it is. Yes, you do get the replayability, just if you want to see all the different endings, and if you're a trophy hunter or completionist, you actually have to. But I would also prefer it if it were like on sale, like 19. I mean, we actually bought it on. I think we both bought it for like $9.
Steal.
Yeah, we bought it for like $9. That was a great price. If you can get it for, I would also say though, out there viewers, if you were to find this for $20, you're still going to be getting your money's worth. But at this point, especially the age of this game, $30 is a bit. I mean, for how short it is, get it for 20 or less.
Yeah, you can find sales on this. It's not difficult. If it's at full retail price, just wait a couple weeks. It'll be on sale. So yeah, let us know what you thought in the comments. Tell us how much you would pay if you have the game. If you don't have the game, tell us your thoughts on the review and if you want to buy it now based on what we've said.
Remember to smash the like button.
Smash!
Comment and subscribe. This has been CutNoCorners. I'm Corbin.
And I'm Joe. We'll talk to you in the next one.
Bye.